Hello, this is episode 3, and in this episode I'm making some changes to one of my finale maps. This is Return to Zen. The other one is Zen, which you won't have seen yet. One of the concerns I had for this finale is when the tank appears. There's not many places to hide or move around except running in a general circle here. However, there is this trench here which players can get stuck on. I thought of leaving it in as a sort of a challenge, but I think it would just be a bit too annoying. So I'm just going to make an alteration to the section here so players can just walk over it backwards or forwards without having to do anything. This is actually where the core sample comes out of in the original Half-Life game. A little trolley thing comes up here and Gordon has to shove it into the core where everything goes wrong. The actual maximum height a player can walk up or down without having to do anything is 16 units. And if I click on the edge here, you can see it's actually a lot more than that. So I'm just going to halve the distance between the two. I'm just guessing at the moment. Okay, let's measure it, make it clearer. 12 is halfway between the two. And it looks like I'm just about right there. Yep. Any obstacle in a map can be very annoying if you get stuck on it. That's why you can see these are all actually less than 16 height, so the players can just walk around without any obstructions. But there are some objects that are going to be thicker than 16 or higher than 16, and it's pretty common, or almost always necessary, to cover them in this special geometry here. It's the actual texture that gives it its name, which is clip, and it's just all kinds of shapes, squares, triangles, anything really you need to use to make the players' movements around the map a bit smoother or less obstructed. You can see the wall back here, and you have the clip geometry here, which is a triangle shape towards it. So if the player was to come along this way, if they back into it, they'll just slide off it in this direction here, rather than getting stuck and stopping, which is extremely annoying. You can't actually see this texture while you're playing the game, and it has a few special bits of information attached to it. So things like physics objects like pipe bombs, bullets, and so on will go straight through it, but players and AI characters won't. You can also use it for the navigation mesh as well. I actually used it back in the core room up here. This balcony actually comes crashing down as part of the Half-Life explosion in the core room. However, ghost players or infected ghost players can't actually walk on physics objects, which is this physics box here. That actually drops down and swings around as part of my own big explosion at the end. So I had to cover it with a brush box with the clip texture on it, which enables the ghosts to walk on it, and it also enables the navigation mesh to compile properly on it. And you'll find these clip zones or clip geometry all over the maps, covering little obstructions. You can see there's a big clump here covering these pipes. Just makes things easier. And there's some other things to do in this map as well. You can see around this door here, you've got a bit of a mishmash of textures. So rather than just leaving it like this, I'm going to retexture them using the hazard texture. I've already used it in this map once. Oh, here. Now the ground here is actually a single piece of geometry, or a single brush. You can see here it's huge. So to get the texture to look nice across here, I'll have to slice into it using this tool over here. Oh, it's not highlighting. Just knock my menus out. I go back. Ugh. I'll get that later. Right, so got the thickness of the door here, so it's got to come out to here. Just aligned across there. And you've got a white section here and a red section here. When I click return or go, the actual red section would disappear. So if I switch that, because I want to keep all of the existing brush, hit return, and it'll slice it. And just have to do it one more time. Across here. Nope, that's wrong. Okay, it's got to come out a bit. There it is. Make sure it's all white. Yep. And now I can texture it. Yeah, looks a bit better. There are some other doors in the rest of the map. I'll do those as well. I think that's it.